Okay. No, it's fine. Okay, so let's just go over a little bit because I think some of the people didn't saw the, the presentation. So this is the pyramid of functionality that we have for lab management. And today we are going to speak about connectivity control. Now this is Dave. Dave is the IT manager. He is in charge of all the resources. He is in charge of all the equipment in the lab, the connectivity of racks, resources, databases, everything. He is in charge of the all devices, configuration, and such. Now, usually labs, when you build a lab, it starts like this. This is the good, but after like a couple of months, becoming the bad. And then I haven't seen something like that, but I see like a very messy labs with a lot of cables stretched between racks, signs of do not touch or IP address, user and password of the specific device as a note on the device itself. So how do you keep track of all the connectivity and everything? Usually people also use the visual maps, different types with IPs, with configuration, with connectivity between devices, a lot of stuff. And on top of that, you have also Excel sheets and some other documentation to keep track of all the passwords, users, resources, the software versions, connectivity, patch panels, and all the rest. So what are Dave's pain? Dave's pain is, first of all, how to keep track of the lab connectivity. Meaning, I just configure the lab, all the racks, all the resources, and how do I keep track when I have changes? People are making changes, I'm doing changing myself, I'm adding resources, taking out resources and such. How to keep track what is connected to what and such. Another pain that I have is the updates of connectivity, because all the time people are making changes, I'm making changes. How do I keep track of what connected to what along the time? Then how can I avoid using all the video maps, Excel sheets, notes, and signs of the racks, the resources? How can I have everything in one database which contain everything from the password of the user to which specific port of any device connected to any other device? How can I avoid connecting and disconnecting cables for every minor change? Like if I have specific change and now I need to connect one resource to another resource. Sometimes the guy walks into the lab and starts connecting and disconnecting a lot of cables and a lot of resources just to get his setup done. But sometimes if you know the general setup and even know the topology of the lab, it can be done very easily without doing a lot of changes and without doing a lot of updates. And the last one is how to integrate different types of layer ones, which is we see today a lot of our customers are integrating layer one switches into the network. So how we manage them, how we integrate them, and how we use their connectivity with test shell and working with different types of layer one switches. So we have in test shell our connectivity control. So with the resource manager, you will have full control and all the needed information about all connectable elements, from every patch panel in the rack, in the lab, and every layer one switch, to all the switches, routers, and any other resource in your network. Can be from a device under test that you are using to each port of the packet generator that you are now using All elements are stored in one database, our test cell database. No need to keep separate files, topology mapping, labels, signs, Excel sheets, nothing. Everything is in one database, visible to everybody. And TestShell will help you to avoid the following tables in the rec room, like searching which cable is connected to any other cable, and like solve all like your cable routing and cable between racks, labs, and everything, without like just looking at the database and searching the devices. You will be able to see everything and all your connectable elements. Okay, so what are we doing actually? So all the layer 1 switches and all the patch panel ports will be mapped in the resource manager, and we will see it in a few minutes. All physical connection will be configured as well. Changes that you are doing, any other of the IT guys doing, any other of the testers or you other users are doing, will be updated in the resource manager immediately. So any other user will be able to see it. And the result is all physical connections are stored in our database and all cables are mapped. Now topologies and connectivity between elements is very easy to do and available for users. Each user can schedule his topologies and resources when needed, according to his time zone, according to his work progress and tasks. He can see what's connected to each device, and he can view the whole lab or the whole domain which is authorized to use and see. Resources can still be shared between users. For example, different users can share one packet generator. Each user will share his own port. If any change is needed now, because sometimes, you still need to connect new equipment, you still need to change something in the patch panel, so you can easily request a specific cable route, and the physical change is now easily to do because you see what is connected to what and what you need to change and what port to switch very easily, very simple. Now this is like a type of the screen that we will now see. This is the layer 1 switch, but it can be a patch panel, it can be any device, and we can see like any specific port is connected, to which specific port it's connected. This is like an example for the resource manager. You see that the cabling between elements. We will see in a few minutes how to configure it. So we have like different drivers for all common layer 1 switches. So if some of the connectivity is being done by layer 1 switches, so you have drivers for that, so you can still work with them. Patch panels and other devices are very, very easy to configure. As soon as you know the mapping of your patch panel, easy to insert to the database, it will be always there, and then it will be very easily changeable according to your needs. You have easy integration and deploying different types of layer 1 switches in the same network. Some customers have different types of layer 1 switching. Some of them are using layer 1 switching for testing, some for network processors and such. You can work with different types of layer 1 switches. All maintenance and configurations are done via Resource Manager, so no need for other management tools. And actually, it's transparent to the common user. So what are the benefits and value that you receive from the Resource Manager regarding connectivity control? First of all physical ports and connections are mapped. you know what is connected to what. It's always there, and every change that you're doing, you are changing and updating the database, and no need for any other helpful device to keep track of what's connected to what. It's easy to maintain, easy to reconfigure and change, because now you can just see in the database that a specific port is connected to a specific other port. Take it out, connect it as you wish, update the database, and that's it. Next time you will search for it, it will be updated and show immediately with the new configuration. No more video drawing, no more Excel sheets, no more other elements to help us maintain the labs and racks topologies and connections. Easy building topologies, setups, and test environments. You have easy integration of two different types of layer 1 switch, and management of different layer 1 switches, no need for external management tools. Now in this short session and presentation, we saw what are the connectivity pains, which are first, it's how to track the changes in the connectivity, how to change, how to configure. The test shell inventory solutions gives you one database with whole ports connectivity, easy to maintain and change, easy to build topologies, it's transparent to the regular user, and you have layer 1 switches integration in the device. Now I want to give you a few demonstrations with the resource manager itself. Let's start with the patch panel. For example, you see this is the patch panel. I will open it. No, I will again just for you to see how I'm doing it. Let's take this patch panel. You see this is the patch panel. I see that I have 3 ports in this patch panel. I'm going to mapping, and I can see the mapping of the device. If I will press on the configuration and I will press the connection, I can see actually the connection itself. So I see that patch panel port number 1, 2, and 3 are connected to Analyzer 1 port 3, Analyzer 1 port 4, and Cisco Suite port 5. Now let's say I want to change something. I want to do like I will clear selected. Very easy to change. Now I will take something from the analyzer family. No, I don't have here any. Just a second. I need to do refresh. Oh, sorry, I didn't save it. Just a second. Let's clear the selected. Save changes, yes. I will open it again. Here now I can choose. Let's see if I have this catalyst. I have in this Cisco an open port which I need. Here I want to connect it to one of my analyzer. And this one I will search for a traffic generator. Let's see if I have here I have an open port which I can use. Actually, that's it. I can close it. Save, yes, and that's it. Now everything is already configured and visible to other users and for myself. And actually, the configuration is done, and that's it for the patch panel. Let's see how the connectivity is working for us in a specific topology. I just open an open topology, and I just put few resources inside it, and I just want to configure connections between. Now I think this server from this side, I have only one free connection. In this Ixia, I have 4 free connections. I can choose the port that I'm using, and I have it. Here I have 3 ports left, free to use. In this Cisco, I have like 4 ports to choose from. I will choose this one. Connected. Now I want to connect to this device. I will connect this port and this port. And last, I'm connecting this, and that's it. Now I can take this configuration and work with it. Of course, because we are speaking about working with regular cables, the changes need to be made. Now, if the IT guy is the only guy that is in charge of the lab connectivity, is the only one that can do changes, you can send him a request with those cable routes, and he will do it for you. Or you can do it yourself. You are allowed to do changes. You can do it yourself. And now, after you did it, everybody will know that it's connected exactly as you configured, because it's in the database. Now, something that you can do also, if you still want to work like with the map, like put it in a report, or work with it just as hang it on your desk, work with it, explain people about it or something like that, or use it. You can do export to image. Let's say my setup. I will put it on the desktop. I will just save. And I will open it, and here it is. You see, I have it. I can work with it. I can copy paste it and do whatever I want with it. So I still have like very easy diagram and topology taking, like I did with Ixia, but it's already being made and while I'm working. Let's put it back and continue. Another thing that we can do is sometimes I want to connect more than one cable between devices. So also can do it the same, and as long as I have 3 ports, I can do it. I think that I don't have more ports. Oh yeah, I have another one. So 3 cables will connect it between devices. So the amount of the cables between devices is up to the amount of the 3 ports that you have configured in the devices themselves. Let's see this patch panel, which have like 8 ports. You see, I have the mapping. Very easy to watch what is connected to what. Patch panel port number 1 connected to this. port 2 connected to this, 3, and so on. I have 10 ports in this one. Let's see how it's very easy to change the connections. I want to connect it to a packet generator. That's it. And do the same. And that's it. Now, anybody got questions? Most of you are on mute because of echo, and so if somebody got questions, please write it in the chat, and I will answer it or in the chat, or just speak about it. Okay, so let's see other things. I have already made configuration. So let's say, for example, let's take the basic scenario that you receive the task from your manager to test something, and in the test you need like those for resources. So what you're doing actually is open a topology that you want to use, drag and drop everything that you are using to this area, just and then start to connect according to your needs. So let's say that the Cisco Catalyst switch is connected to the analyzer. You can choose the port. Sometimes your manager will give you a specific blade or port to use. Sometimes you will be free to choose whatever you want. So you will have all the choices or all the open ports visible. So I'll choose this one. Here I will choose port 3 and port 2. By the way, you can see that the details of the cabling and the ports is here in the topology. So it's very easy to give someone like an IT guy instructions. Please connect this port and this port. Here is port number 3, and here is port number 2. Here is blade number 1. So it's very easy to follow instructions for connectability. Let's connect this Juniper. Look here, I have only got one port. Connect it here. And another connection from those devices. And actually, that's it. Now I can take this diagram, send it to the IT manager, and he will connect it for me, or I can do it myself in the lab. Now, when I configured each and every device in my resource manager, actually what I did is configured it with the blades and the ports that each resource got. Now, if I will do configure, and I will go to connections, you see, those all are configured when the device was connected and updated along the way when those devices are changed, other topologies needed, and such. Okay, so now that we see how we control the connectivity, let's go over a little bit about questions that we received from customers. So a lot of customers are asking, what connections should I insert to the database? Now we say to the customer that all connections between devices, layer 1 switches, patch panels, and all other resources ports should be inserted to the database. Then all of them will be easy to view, easy to use, maintainable, and configurable. If you need something specific equipment, like not everybody to use or not everybody to watch, you can put it in another domain. So it will be visible only to the people authorized. And anyway, all the equipment that's not the ports should be configured and updated in the database, because it will make your life easier, it will make your life and your lab network organized, managed, and updated. Will I be able to see the connections between resources? Yes, so all physical connections are visible to the user. Some connections may be logical, and the connection will be made via layer 1 switches. So these connections can also be shown if needed. They're shown with the layer 1 as mapped to a specific port. Let's go back just to the resource manager and I will show it. Let's search for layer 1 switch. Let's see this one. Sorry. See that I have all the connections between the port of the layer 1 switch to which device is connected, and if it's mapped to another connection afterward, like it can be connected to a patch panel and then to another patch panel and then only to a specific device. So everything can be configured, and you can configure the end of the cable route for each and every port. What if I need to change a cable route? Like, let's say that the connections now are not suitable for my needs, and I need to change something for a specific step, or to insert a new resource or change something. So if you need to connect a resource which is not connected now, or directly, like with patch panel or a hub or a switch, or via layer 1 switch, you can ask for a cable request from your IT manager, and he will do it for you. Or, of course, you can do it yourself if it's allowed in a specific organization that you are working. And, of course, this change will be updated in the database and be visible to everybody else. So now if some major change was done, everybody can see it and everybody can update their work accordingly. So can I still print topologies as I did with video? I showed you how it's being done. Very easy, just press the button here. Export. Let's say this is my Ixia generator. Already done. That's it. So if you still want it printed and want it in a drawing, you have it. Very easy. Just right click and save. That's it. You have it. What should I do if I change the connections? Just update the database and it will be visible to all. That's it. How do we integrate with the layer 1 switches? So a lot of customers today are using layer 1 switches, so we have very easy integration with the layer 1 switches. We have specific drivers for the layer 1 switches, integrated into test shell, into resource management, and you can work with it, configure it, update it as any other resource or any other device. Very easy to integrate, very easy to use. What types of layer 1 switches we support? So we support the most common ones, MRVs, OnPath, and few others. If you have something new or something specific, it can be checked, but usually it's very easy to build drivers and integrate any type of layer 1 switch and every type of software version that you are working with. What if I have different types of layer 1 switches in my network? No problem. You don't need like a specific tool for each layer 1 switch, because each layer 1 switch is coming with its own management tool. Now in test shell you can manage all your layer 1 switches in one management system, which is our resource manager. That's it. And what if I don't have layer 1 switches? Well, sometimes, for some customers, they are not using layer 1 switches, and all they are using are fetch funnels, so no problem. Everything will be mapped, all the fetch funnels, all the switches, all the routers, and all the devices that you have in your network, even all your DUTs, devices under test, and devices that your company is making. Everything is mapped, everything is updated. You're doing any change, you're changing the database, and that's it. So guys, that's it for my side. If anybody got any question, anybody needs a specific example or a demo and want to review something, please let me know. My email and phone are always available for your needs. Everything that we did today, the recorded session, examples, and the frequently asked questions and the presentation will be in the portal. And feel free to ask me anything and contact me anytime for anything. So anybody got the questions before we finish? Okay, everybody. So have a great day and have a great weekend. And everything will be in the portal, so feel free to use it, watch it again, and ask me any questions or anything. So bye-bye. Have a nice day.